to do.
Yeah. We're gonna do it again. But this time, you're allowed to make your lists of things we could start doing. All right? Now, there are no constraints on this. It could be the simplest thing that requires no money, or you could go for a systemic start. It might require a new law or a new policy or funding.
Okay, so ours again was the provide early intervention and prevention in children in the school. So some of the ones, and if I miss any table, feel free to shout it out loud and proud. All right, the first one, we have make school a safe place for families to get their needs met. Start listening to parents' concerns before it gets really bad. Start treating every person who comes into the school with respect, no matter who they are or what they look like. Start checking in on families and students. Start providing praise and focusing on the positive things. So it's not always a negative phone call from the home, it's a positive phone call as well. Start fully funding schools. Yes. Start fully staffing schools and programs and services within schools. Start asking families what they need. Start talking with the staff within the school so they know what services are provided within their school system as well. So they know what pathways are available for everybody. All the pathways, not just certain ones, right?
Okay, we had provide education to the community at large about what families need. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I switched tables. Ensure that providers in both communities know what each other provide and involve formal networks for working on behalf together on behalf of families. So we said, put family needs. They don't know I added this one. Put the family needs first. Use the designated communication channels with clear messaging. Use collaborative tools to stay informed. Be transparent. Not be transparent. Transport clients or meet them in the community. Transport clients or meet them in the community. Use technology to reach the clients and be transparent.
So again, we have established a centralized hub where services and providers can be co-located and accessible to the families who need them. So some of the ideas we have are start caring for others, be good for all. Start being bold, asking for what you need. Start client advisory boards. Start building relationships for public transportation, accessibility. Start utilizing structures that already exist. Start more outreach events. Start building up rapport with different individuals from different agencies. And start support for each other, us here.
Okay, so I'm short. Bring the voices of lived experience into the group as partners. We had start inviting community members to the table, start conversations about barriers and needs, start educating staff and communities on what to stop doing, start saying I get to help instead of I have to help or it's my job, start smiling, start getting involved in being part of the solution, start platforms for collaboration, start involving families into conversations with professionals, start sharing advocacy opportunities with community members, start engaging in the communities you serve in celebrations and struggles every day, start communicating in understandable, inclusive language with our families and communities, start creating safe spaces for collaboration among those who receive services as supports and including outside community members for education.
Start asking the families how they would like to participate. Although we would want them to be a part of the boards, they may not be best served. Someone may be an expert in just a different lane. So once you get to know them better, you will identify their strengths and how they are able to serve. Start including stipends to encourage participation. Start sharing resources amongst providers. If you are not able to assist the family, you should be sharing with other agencies who may be able to provide that service. Start assuming that families know what's best for them, but they need assistance navigating those resources. Stop. Start assuming that our community, they do want it. And they are not ready. They just need some assistance. Oh, and I'm not gonna say that, surveys, start surveys, you know, and asking questions that are important, that we have the answers to.
Okay, our question was, develop strategies for overcoming barriers to getting families what they need. All right. Do you want to do the first one? Okay. We said start bringing resources to the families. Develop deeper relationships and be intentional with them. Be consistent. Start being consistent. Start working together with other like-minded agencies. Start using neighborhood groups for advocacy. Start addressing literacy so people know how to navigate what's around them.
Start treating others the way they want to be treated. Start being curious. Start working, start aligning organizational actions with the organization's mission. That personally too. Start bringing more awareness of cultural humility and empathy. Start bringing back opportunities for skill building and connection, and start communicating.
All right, and ours was address the most common reasons that families become involved in child welfare and developing strategies.
All right, so some of our starts is ask families their strengths and help them build from there. So essentially self-empowerment, start making home visits, start using more empathy, meeting people where they're at mentally and emotionally, start having difficult conversations with folks in the organization and the community, start accepting walk-ins, start offering benefits without being asked, start more events and interactive seminars, start more educational interaction, start communicating with other agencies, so not reinventing the wheel, start communicating, start empowering children and their families, give them a leg up and hear them out, start building trusting relationships with families, and start following up, doing what we said we do.
Start resolving known differences between agencies and working together. We think there's actionable strategies that can come from both the stops and the starts. And we think it's part of our charge together to review all of those and come up with some ways that we can put them into action and make them kind of a way of being. A lot of those starts and stops aren't going to cost any money. And a lot of them could start right away. Others of them will require some prolonged advocacy campaigns and some legislative work.